here's Brody Brazil.
So here we are at the end of yet another very successful season for the Savannah Bananas. They just continue to grow in popularity and reach and traction and demographics. You see them everywhere. They're not even close to a Major League Baseball team. Some would argue they're more popular than a Major League Baseball team, or at least a few of them. And that gets me to thinking and wondering, are they going to last forever? Is this popularity only going to continue to multiply, or does it reach a ceiling? I'm asking this because I'm hoping that they do maintain relevance, maintain consistency, maintain what they're doing for the rest of my life. I would love to see the Savannah Bananas entrench themselves in baseball and sports culture to the point where we know they're going to exist. We know they're never going away. So the Bananas forever? I certainly hope so. You never fully can grasp where things are going, but I did want to play a couple videos from their founder, Jesse Cole, over the last several months. He's posted a few things that caught my attention. I want to play you these videos, and then we'll react to them.
Has MLB tried to buy you?
No, and I would never sell. I would never sell.
Really?
No. Why would I? It's not about the money. What would I do? I'd be bored. I think the difference is a lot of people, when they start things, they want to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's never been my interest.
Yeah.
9 years ago, I was sleeping on an airbed. I want to create 1 billion fans. I mean, we love this so much. Every single day, we're out here and we get to do things we've never done before and get to have control of creating something.
Yeah.
We could make millions and millions more
Yeah.
if we charged the ticket price that people would pay. The reality is the average ticket on the secondary market is going for over $300. Our tickets are $40, $50, and $60
Yeah.
with no ticket fees, no convenience fees, no service fees.
Yeah.
They would say, charge the price that you could get. They would say, sell every sponsorship you can.
Right.
We have zero.
They would say that.
They would say, maximize the TV rights. Don't keep your games for free on YouTube.
Right.
We're not going to do that
Right.
because we're playing a long game. So as soon as you get other people in, they have different interests. Our interests are solely in creating more fans.
Yeah.
And if we create 1 billion fans, everything else, the money takes care of itself. Where I'm interested in is making sure I can take care of the players, take care of our staff, take care of our cast, take care of everyone, and do things that people never done before.
You know, a lot of times in making a video like this and sharing a clip like this, I start and stop the clip and I respond to everything right after he says it. But there were so many good things, so many takeaways, so many interesting points to react to that I just wanted to play it once through full. And now I'll get to some bullet points here because there was just so much to talk about of what Jesse Cole was saying there. Number one, if MLB actually did ever take over or buy the Savannah Bananas, and he says he'll never go for that, right, for obvious reasons, and right now it's growing and climbing, and why would he? Maybe 10, 15, 20 years down the road, maybe that intersection might happen. But I'm here to tell you right now, at least in 2025, if MLB bought the Savannah Bananas and took it over, they would swiftly ruin the Savannah Bananas in a multitude of different ways. I don't even know the number one way they'd do it. They'd try and incorporate it with their own product, or they'd try and do some crossover stuff that just wouldn't work. I'm not knocking MLB. They have success on their own in different regards. I'm not saying that they destroy everything. That's not it. I'm saying that this intersection, this collaboration right here, right now in 2025 would not go well. It would feel, it would not feel genuine to have that ownership of Major League Baseball, even though I guarantee they're loving the Savannah Bananas in a sense that that team is entertainment and it's making baseball more popular. In some way, shape, or form, the Bananas are helping Major League Baseball with their own marketing, essentially. So why wouldn't Major League Baseball want to take this over? Why wouldn't they want to benefit from, are you kidding, stadiums, football stadiums sold out, 60 and 70,000 fans? I get it. It's a one-off. It's like a concert, but this is a tour. And this tour is making a lot of money, and Major League Baseball would love to have some part of that. But to the point, if Major League Baseball ever got involved, I guarantee it would be the beginning of the end, as we know it, of the Savannah Bananas. Jesse points out that creative ownership is what they're after here. They get to do what they want. They get to come up with their own ideas. Nobody's stopping them. There's no boss on top of Jesse Cole who's saying, no, you can't do that or we don't like it. Creative ownership, hey, it's kind of like running a YouTube channel. My boss is me. You're looking at him. You can do whatever you want. There is a certain degree of freedom to that. People generally like when they're creative and they get to do what they want to do. The thing is, creative ownership is great, but so is money at some point, right? At some point, and the Bananas seem like they're doing just fine with merchandising and whatever money they're getting off TV deals, and obviously selling out stadiums, even at 40, 50, and 60 bucks a pop, they're getting revenue. And that's not an issue right now. But at some point over the long term, if you want to grow and you want to take care of people and you really want this to secure itself, then you do need ample amounts of money as well. And on that note, I do have to say, keeping tickets like reasonably priced and affordable and avoiding inflation. And you know what? At some point, they're going to go from 40, 50, 60 to maybe 50, 60, 70. I hope that's several years down the road. But the point is, no convenience fees, no added surcharges, none of that stuff. They're keeping it literally family friendly. And I know 40, 50, 60 bucks, that's still not like $12, but this is entertainment, right? And at least you can take a family of 4 for $160 just to get in the door, apparently, at a Savannah Bananas game. $160 might get you 1 seat at a big league game, maybe 2 seats at a big league game. And that's it, certainly not 4. So keeping things reasonably priced and avoiding the temptation of charging as much as you could, because we all know that's business. We all know that's something they could do. Yeah, the Bananas could probably charge $2.50 a pop and get away with it, and people would pay it. But that's not what they're doing. I admire that, but at some point, I also realize there's a fine line, there's a balance. Here's an even bigger one. Here's one that wouldn't really affect fans. They could just take on sponsors and partners. It's amazing that they don't do that. The Savannah Bananas, sponsored by Budweiser, or, you name the company. They don't do anything. They are their own entity. They are separate from all that stuff. Like, look at a Major League field. Look at all the advertisements on an outfield fence or on a jersey. Even Major League Baseball's doing that, and the Savannah Bananas have not taken on really a sponsor that at least I'm aware of or that Jesse Cole is talking about. Also showing your games, not just on ESPN or the CW or True TV, and getting some money for that, but as he'll point out here in the next video, all of the games are shown free and live right here on YouTube. That's right. If you're watching me right now, you can watch every Savannah Bananas game live as it's happening this summer. Can that last forever? Will we never see the Bananas sponsored? Will we never see, their games, at least for free, go away? I don't know. Jesse will talk about that in just a second. But those are 2 things right there that wouldn't necessarily affect fans, but it would be a way to make the Bananas more sustainable over the long term. I love the fact that he's thinking about taking care of his staff and his crew and his cast. And I'll tell you this, if the Savannah Bananas are this rotating group of individuals over time, and there's less of a buy-in from the people who work for the Bananas, the players, the crew, the staff. If they're just a rotating cast and you do it for a while and it doesn't pay well and then you leave, it's going to have a bad chemistry. It's going to have a bad culture surrounding it on the inside. If you can take care of the people that do really good work for you and not have that turnover and have some consistency, I guarantee the product is going to thrive. It's going to be much stronger over the long term if you keep your group together, if you take care financially of your group. And I want to point this out last. Yeah, Jesse wants 1 billion fans. That's admirable. And you know what? That largely will take care of a lot of the business side. But getting to 1 billion fans, like reaching that plateau of however you measure 1 billion fans, that's one thing. Like, you're still in growing mode. At some point, you got to go from growing mode to sustaining mode. And so getting 1 billion fans, getting to that number is one thing, and I have no doubt they'll do it. But staying there, keeping people interested, that's going to be a different challenge. Okay, on to video number 2. Here we go.
We've been hearing concerns from fans about our recent TV deals. ESPN, Roku, CW, True TV. Some might think that we're going the same route as every other league, maximizing profits by putting games exclusively behind a paywall.
Well,
but that couldn't be further from the truth.
Right.
Most people don't know this. You can watch every Savannah Bananas game and every Banana Ball game for free.
Right here on YouTube.
All on our YouTube. No subscriptions, no logins, no blackouts, no catch. Here's why we're doing it. Number 1, to make things easier for our fans. No one likes subscriptions. 94% of Americans are overwhelmed by subscriptions. They average 17 and are paying over $219 per household. That's crazy. Many fans don't even know where to see their favorite team. and have to search nightly to find the right network. Our goal is simple: to bring joy to as many fans as possible, to make the games more fun, more accessible, and more unforgettable. That's why we're keeping all games free on YouTube, even the nationally televised games. So whether you want to watch on a major network or on YouTube, you can pick what's easiest for you. Every decision comes back to one question: will it create more fans? Here's the crazy part: both are working. Viewership is exploding. ESPN doubled their amount of games this year, and they just publicly shared that we had nearly 900,000 viewers for a recent game. Wow. TNT Sports and True TV quadrupled their amount of games, and Roku and CW have gone all in on promoting our partnerships. Our goal is to be where our fans are, and fortunately, our fans are showing up everywhere. We're lucky to work with networks that believe in our fans-first approach, and they're supporting us and putting our fans over profits. We leave millions on the table every year, but we're not measuring success in dollars. We're measuring it in fans. So check the schedule, pick a game, and enjoy the show wherever it's best for you.
And I mean, just look at Jesse making these videos, walking around Camden Yards, which the Bananas took over for. Was it a game or two recently? You saw them there in Philadelphia. Like, they're at major league ballparks this summer, taking over their like concert tour series. It's just like where they're at, what they've done, what they've grown into. And that's kind of what I'm getting at here. So where is the ceiling? What happens when they reach it? How long can they sustain it? And again, I'm pulling for them. I'm hoping for them. But look how far they've come already. Sometimes you got to appreciate the journey just to get here before you start even talking about the future, too. Multiple network partners like the Bananas have, I think, in his case, are best. And whether there was some criticism about them taking on these different partners, it's a good thing. Put them in more places. Keep them basically free over the air. I realize ESPN might be the lone cable partner there, or True TV. But again, everything is on YouTube. If you don't have a cable subscription, you watch it on YouTube. Showing everything on YouTube, by the way, goes against almost every old school mentality. And I came up in the media world and business when that was the mentality of, why would you put it somewhere that you can't get revenue from it? And I guess they can to some certain degree, but it's not like selling it to a TV network partner, right? So why would you give it away for free when you could have somebody compensate you for it? It goes against every old school mentality. But the new school mentality is what Jesse's saying. Put it out there, make it easy, and so that fans can get it for free, and so that they will continue to watch you as soon as you put up that huge wall, especially with something that's new and emerging. Maybe they're less inclined to want to come back to it. If it's an established property, then maybe it makes more sense. Subscription, it's the right broadcast, it's done the right way. In this case, it's something brand new. It still needs that growth. The growth needs to be fostered here versus something different. Ratings are good because there's always something new to see. I'll tell you this, if it was the same Savannah Bananas game and they were just playing the party animals or the firefighters over and over, and they did the same tricks and stunts and songs and skits, then I think a lot of people would maybe say, oh, I've seen that already. I think I'll pass. They always come up with something new. They always stay relevant. They're always on the cutting edge of pop culture. And I think that's a reason why ratings are good, is because they provide you literally every single time out with something brand new to see. And again, I think subscriptions for pro teams, maybe that route is something that pro teams, they can have success with. And that makes more sense. They play 162 games, baseball teams, of a season. And that makes a little bit more sense logistically to offer that package versus the Bananas, who play, once a week, a couple times a week, maybe with weekend games. Subscription just doesn't feel right for the Savannah Bananas as opposed to maybe pro sports. So I like the direction they're going. I think it goes against the grain of what a lot of people would say might work, but in terms of the fan perspective, it's definitely what the fans like. Okay, last video. Here we go.
The Savannah Bananas and Banana Ball could be coming to your city, but choosing where we go is not that easy. Let me explain. We've heard from the biggest stadiums in the world with over 100,000 fans. We've heard from NFL stadiums, MLB stadiums, soccer stadiums, high school fields, and even
Is the video here going to get copyrighted because it had Eye of the Tiger on it? So I'm going to skip past it. Basically, I didn't even think about that before. What Jesse was pointing out is that they are on the search right now for the next season of Bananas baseball. And the The competition or the conversation is already closed. That video was from several months ago. They've already figured out internally where their next season is going to be, what stops they're going to make. And so they're asking fans, hey, where do you want to see us play in 2026? I want to start off my comments by saying, selfishly, and what all the baseball fans in Northern California and the East Bay especially have been through and Oakland have been through, I would love to see the Savannah Bananas come to the Oakland Coliseum in 2026. I feel like it would be part of the healing process that maybe the Bananas don't even know that they'd be taking care of. Maybe they do understand that to some degree, but for a lot of people here and those who I talk to and those who I sense and where they're at emotionally, even with baseball in general, this summer of 2025 has been heart-wrenching. It's been gut-wrenching too, but heart-wrenching, especially tugging at the heart to watch the team be elsewhere, the Coliseum be empty. I would love for the Bananas to play one game at the Coliseum. It's a big venue. They could fill it up. They could get 60,000 there. No problem. I get it. They'd still have to cut an infield back in and some work would have to take place, but they do this on a regular basis, stadium to stadium. If they can play at a football stadium that's not even shaped for baseball, they can probably figure out the baseball stuff at the Coliseum. I would love to see them come to Oakland in 2026. I would also love to see them hit every major league market in the summer of 2026. This year they did, 10 major league stadiums, I want to say, 8 to 10. Try and get to all of them. I think that would be amazing. Like they would do the whole big league circuit. I get it. The football stadiums are special too. You can get more fans in there, but I think covering all the baseball stadiums would be amazing. And yeah, the football stadiums are looking great so far. I had some reservations when I saw them go into Tampa, like, wait, that's a rectangle. How do you put a baseball diamond in a rectangle? They did it. It's a very short right field, but they pulled it off. It looked great on television. I say keep at it. Here's another thing. What about the Major League Baseball lockout? Potentially, but also likely, starting in the 2027 season. What if the Savannah Bananas are the big ticket for baseball in 2027? It's almost like they should kind of be aiming and positioning themselves right now to be really popular, to have really good TV deals for 2027. Because if Major League Baseball shuts down on itself, like if the owners lock out the players because they can't agree on a CBA that would start in late 26 but would carry on into the 27 season, the Bananas, they're not going to be the only ticket in town. There's minor league baseball that'll still be played. In Oakland here, for example, there's a Pioneer League team, college baseball. There's other forms and brands of baseball. But wow, what an opportunity for the Bananas to kind of take a main stage in 2027. They've got to be thinking about that already right here, right now. I'm very curious to see what their schedule might look like for 2027. Maybe they double the amount of games. Maybe they strike while the iron is really hot. Let me know what you think about the Bananas. They're great now. I'm rooting for them. I hope they last forever. Can they do it? Can they maintain and sustain for the rest of our lives? Put that down in the comment section below. Also, thumbs up while you're down there. Helps me, this video, and this channel. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You know, I would love to see you back here next time.